Hi, I'm Kim.
And I'm Andy.
And together we are the I Wonder Sisters. Yay! Welcome, everybody. It's a Monday morning here in New Mexico. A little chilly and very windy. So you might actually hear some of that wind in the background as we're also trying to get the flies out of the place. They shouldn't even be alive. I don't even know. So thank you for joining us today. And we're going to start it off with some music, experimental. The artist is Kenny Floriat, and the song is called Agent Zero. And I just really like the beat to it. It was pretty cool sound. So here we go.
Percocets and Ambien, Lexapro and paranoia setting in. Probably shouldn't have smoked a blunt before coming in, but fuck it, man, I don't expect you to understand. But I'm a different man, don't expect you to sit in the stands like another fan. Take my hand, I take you to another land like Peter Pan. Riding around the city looking pretty like Marilyn Monroe. Show me how you roll while we rolling down the road, rolling up the windows when the smoke gon' blow. Coughing loud when the loud hits your throat. Wash it down with Patron. Tell me where you wanna go. Tell me what you wanna do. Tell me what you wanna be. Tell me all your hopes and dreams. I ain't saying shit cause nothing's what it seems. You could be gone in a minute. This could all be make-believe. This could be the drink talking with combination of weed. Cross-faded in the sea. Thinking what's it gonna be. Leaning back real brief just to see what's underneath. Car light in my mirror. Swerving lanes. Hear a beep. See a light in my eye. Fuck you and fly by like a NASCAR guy. Dale Earnhardt. I hope to God I don't die. On the wheel, other hand on your thigh, bumping Kanye West throwbacks from '05. It's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe, it's a vibe for the night, baby. How we gonna ride? Driving through the valley, no signs, no lights. We'd come straight from Cali, got the hair so bright. Hair go down her back like the string on a kite, blowing in the wind like the clothes on a line. It's like I think I'm something that I'm not, like, I think I'm bigger than I am, but, like, I don't know, like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Confidence and ego make me think that I'm a hero. If I am a loser, then I guess amazing zero. Gilbert Arenas, I bring the guy to the arena like a wizard, make you disappear like Cena. Can't see me, believe me, I'm doing.
Okay, we are back. And today our subject matter is going to be how to raise your frequency. And the last recording that we did, we talked a bit about raising your frequency just in our conversation. And then Andy said, but how do you do that? And we figured that a lot of people would be asking that same question when we say, oh, we accomplished something or we manifested something because we raised our frequency. And so there are many ways to do that, and it really is a very personal thing too, but we want to share with you some of the ways that we know about of how to actually raise your frequency, raising your energy to match the energy level of the thing that you are actually trying to manifest into your life. So you want to be vibrating at the same level of the things that you want to manifest. That is what raising your frequency means. Okay. So I want to start off with a little story about Gary Zukav. Many of you might know Gary Zukav. He's an author and a speaker. He also has his own retreat area with his partner Linda. And Gary Zukav was made famous when he was doing the Oprah show. He would come on every now and again and speak there. But Gary Zukav told a story about when he was many years ago in Florida. And his dream was to be a real estate developer. And it really was a very strong desire of his. And he found a piece of land there in Florida. And his idea was to turn it into a strip mall. What else would you do with it? So he wanted to turn it into a strip mall. And with that, he needed backing. He needed partnership. And every time he came across people and businesses that were going to work with him, the project always fell through. Something happened where it just never could move itself forward. Now, Gary Zukav being determined and saying, if I just stick with this, I know that it's going to come to pass. He just kept at it, and he kept meeting people and starting partnerships, and the partnerships would fall apart. After that, about 7 years later, that's right, 7 years, he stuck with this. After that, he said, maybe the signs are telling me it's time to move on. And so after he left that alone, pretty soon after that, he received within his spirit the desire to write books, the desire to change his own life, the desire to share how he changed his life. And so he became an author. In the meantime, someone else came to that very same land he tried to develop. They bought the land, they found the partnership, and it became a strip mall in no time. So that was that person's journey. It was not Gary Zukav's journey. If it was his journey, we wouldn't know who he is today. And those of us who have read his books, which I have to say that he is one of the people that actually helped to change my life spiritually. So we wouldn't know who he is as he is now. How did he raise his frequency? By listening to his heart, by listening to his spirit on the inside, by listening and hearing that maybe it's time for me to move on. And in order for him to get to that place, he had to be able to go inside, even if it was just for a little while, and listen to what his spirit was saying to him. And as he listened to what his spirit was saying to him, he actually followed that guidance. And that's the key thing, because our spirits talk to us all the time, but he raised his frequency by actually following the guidance of something that he wanted for 7 years. His spirit said, let it go. There's something else for you. And he had the courage and the will to let it go. And his life expanded from that point on into who he is now. So that is one way to raise your frequency, is to listen to your spirit and actually follow the guidance. Even though you might be afraid, you might be unsure, you might feel very nervous about changing your mind about something, but this is one way in which you can match up with what is really your life's path.
Okay, I'm going to tell a story as well. Kim and I currently live in northern New Mexico, and here's how we got there. I decided, we were both living in Florida, and I decided I wanted to move to New Mexico, to be specific, Santa Fe. And I had a very, very strong desire to be in the energy of this land. And what I did, because moving for me is a bit complicated, because I receive Social Security and supplemental security income, and I have a lot of doctors and things like that. I started researching Santa Fe, and I kept a diary of everything that I found. I found doctors. I found, what do I want to say? I found doctors. I found apartment complexes, and I also kept a journal of day to day what I would be doing. And and I wrote every single day getting up, having my coffee on a balcony, writing for the people that we were writing for at the time. And I was very, very specific about what I wanted. And then Kim came back from California, and she decided she wanted to come too. And we made plans to travel in the springtime. And something happened between me and my current roommate, and we were forced to look outside the home we were sharing for some place to live. And my sister, bless her soul, said, "Look, you want to go, why don't you just go?" And it was February in Florida and freezing in New Mexico. And so we decided to go. My sister gave us the money to travel and put down rent money and everything just fell together. And we drove here with 2 cats and a dog, and just took whatever fit in my little Ford Focus. It ended up that we didn't live in Santa Fe, but instead we landed on a horse ranch about an hour out of Santa Fe, and a lot of other things conspired to make what my vision was come true. And so we still write, and we deal with the horses and the dogs and the cats, and I firmly believe that all the research I did prior to coming to New Mexico really helped raise my frequency, so that what materialized for us was, in the end, exactly what I wanted. And it didn't manifest in the way that I had envisioned in the first place, but it came out better.
Yeah.
It came out much better.
Yeah. You know, and that's the space that you call allowing, you know, as well. Because when you get ready to manifest something, especially something as huge as that, there needs to be room for allowing the universe to offer you something better. You know, I know a woman, I was introduced to her some years ago, but she used to always say to the universe, this or something better. This or something better. And so she would give her commitment to her desire, but she would allow the universe to produce its magic, you know, to show you ways things can happen, to show you ways in which you can be happy that you might not really know how to even think of. My story about how I got to Florida, a place I said I would never live, was very similar in raising my frequency, because I am a Philadelphian. I thought at first I would always be there, and I just got this very strong urge to leave. You know, most of my family had passed away, and I got a strong urge to leave Philadelphia, to leave the concrete behind, even though I had really good times there. this urge was just really strong. And I had a friend in DC who said, pretty much everything you're telling me that you want right now, the only state I can think of is Florida. I had tried to move to California at that particular time then as well, but things did not fall into place there. And very quickly I saw that. I was in that space where I was ready and willing to listen. And so California kind of fell through really early, and it was so expensive that, I just could not really see myself at that particular time living there. And so when my friend in DC said Florida, I said, okay, great. They have South Florida has summer all year long mostly. And that's what I was kind of looking for then. I really craved the sun at that particular time. And so what I started doing was, when I would wake up in the morning in Philly, the way my bedroom was situated, I could only see the sun. It was on the second floor. And I could just, when I would rise in the morning, I would just look up at the window and I would see the sun, and it would look so warm and inviting. And below it was like 3 feet of snow. It was one of the worst winters, actually, that Philadelphia and DC had. That was my last winter there. And every time we had a blizzard, DC had a blizzard. And when DC had a blizzard, we had a blizzard. And there were many that year. It was bitterly cold, and it was just like a really harsh time weather-wise. But what I did was just used the morning time to sort of pretend that I was already in Florida. And so I would rise, I would wake up, and as I would sit up, the only thing I would see was the sun. And the sun can be very bright in the wintertime. And so I used that to raise my frequency to match where I wanted to be. I was constantly on the computer looking at things, and when I decided I wanted to do something, whether it was a yoga class or a dance class or a supermarket or whatever, I wouldn't look in Philadelphia, I would look in South Florida. And so I found this little town out of nowhere, a little town called Lake Worth, and I just liked the name of it, and I said, hey, immediately, I just love this. And so I proceeded to get myself together and get myself ready to move to Lake Worth, Florida. Well, I can't even tell you how many times I was broke between my decision to go and my actual leaving. But every time I needed something, the money came to pass. I was working for myself as a virtual assistant. So I was working through my phone and through the computer. And, even when my clients didn't pay me, some money would come through somebody else that I helped. My friend in DC was a friend that I helped do a lot of things for his business, and he ended up paying me like $600 at one time that I did not expect to receive. And that was the money that I used for the plane ticket. I said, let me get the plane ticket. When I get the plane ticket, I'll get everything else. And so after that, I just went on Craigslist and I found an apartment, and it was dirt cheap, and they didn't want any security or anything like that. They only wanted the first month, and I sent that off, and everything just came to pass that way. My neighbor was managing that apartment and introduced me to a lot of people. She was there when I got there. She had sort of decorated the apartment and made it very warm and inviting for myself. And at that time, I had my cat Mimi, and so it just all fell into place. But I was not surprised, because I knew the way that I raised my frequency was that I had already pretended to be there. I was already there in my heart, in my mind. I was there. And every morning I woke up, I focused on being there. I was already there. It was so strong to the point that there was a lady in Florida who actually thought she saw me walking the streets of Lake Worth 2 weeks before I even arrived. Even when I left there, she he still said to me, I can't believe it wasn't you. It looked just like you. And I thought it may have been me because I was so there already, you know. And so we just want to share these real life stories with you on something that can seem very airy-fairy when people say raise your frequency, or your energy has to match that which you say that you want. And you be thinking to yourself, well, how would I do that? How exactly do you do that? And those are some of the ways that you do that. You just need to match up with the thing that you say that you want. And in these different examples, right, there are personal ways that people did things, you know.
Well, for me, it was, sort of the same thing as you. I imagined I was here. I found a primary care doctor. I found a cardiologist. I found a psychiatrist. And these are doctors that I see now.
Yes.
I found apartments and was in touch with a few landlords, and I looked for jobs in the mental health field and found some of those, and I wrote in that diary every day what I did that day in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
While I was in Florida, I woke up, I had coffee on my balcony, and then I had some breakfast. I took Chloe for a walk and met my neighbors, and then I did writing, and then I had energy work clients, and I wrote all this down as if it were really happening. And it did.
Yeah. Exactly, you know. And so now we have, which we started right before we left, actually. Now we have the I Wonder Sisterhood, and we have iwondersisterhood.com, in which we do work with clients, and we get really involved in it's special work for us. You know, every client is not for us, but those that are extremely special to us. And so Andy does her energy work and her guided meditations and also readings, and particularly rune readings that she loves to do, and people love to read the rune readings as well, as we post them on Instagram. And I love doing readings. I have a few different readings that I have created myself, and also the past life reading we just started doing, and I really just gained so much joy, and my spirit just gains so much expansion from working with these people, and really them sharing with me what their challenges are, you know, which oftentimes are some of my challenges, or challenges that maybe I have overcome already, or challenges that I'm confused about myself, but I'm able to help them and help myself at the same time. It's a partnership. And whenever we work with someone, it is a partnership. And if that partnership is not right, then we know that we need to end that. So if you do need any help with moving forward in your life, please contact us at iwondersisterhood.com. You can use the contact form, or iwondersisterhood@gmail.com. You can email us directly that way, or DM us on Instagram. We're on Instagram every single day. You can send us a DM on Instagram. We are at iwondersisters there. And so look us up, Andy and Kim, and that's Kim with 2 M's, at I Wonder Sisters, and you'll find us, you know. And if you do need any help, or you're looking for a reading of some sort, then please contact us and let us know exactly what you need. If you don't see what you need on the website, please email us anyway okay, and ask us about what your needs are, and we will be honest with you and let you know whether or not we can help you with that and provide those types of services. So we just want to thank you guys for joining us. Andy, is there anything else you wanted to add?
No.
No? Okay. We hope, for us, it's the beginning of the week. We don't know when you'll be listening to this, but we hope whatever day it is, that it is a good one for you. Also, on coffee.com, where you can donate $3 and buy us a cup of coffee or not, we have Back to Basics Law of Attraction school going on, and it just started today, and it is for us November the 6th. So it will be up there. You can always go back and read the previous posts, but we decided to do a Back to Basics Law of Attraction school because people are confused about how to consciously use the law, and also confused about the fact that it is only one law of the universe and other laws are acting out, playing out in your life every single day. So that's the reason why things just don't poof manifest like that, because there are other laws that are also playing out constantly, just as the law of attraction is, just as the law of gravity and so on. We'll talk about different laws later on. That'll be another good topic. So anyway, iwondersisterhood.com, iwondersisterhood@gmail.com, and on Instagram at iwondersisters, Andy and Kim. So we thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. We love you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate you listening and giving your feedback. So thank you so much, and we wish you a beautiful day. Bye-bye.